President Biden's sweeping executive action to significantly restrict asylum on the U.S.-Mexico border is now in effect. It is raising concerns among Catholic leaders about the humanitarian impact that it will have. The chair of the USCCB's Committee on Migration wrote, "We are deeply disturbed by this disregard for fundamental humanitarian protections and U.S. asylum law. As defenders of human life and dignity, which we hold sacred and inviolable from the moment of conception, we cannot accept unjust conditions on the right to migrate for those fleeing life-threatening situations." All right, let's bring in Bishop Mark Seitz, shepherd of the Diocese of El Paso, to talk more about this for us. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time. We're grateful. You've served in El Paso for quite some time now, and I know that you know firsthand just how heartbreaking this situation can really be down there. The numbers are overwhelming. I know. What do you think the government needs to do to better handle this situation?
Yeah, first of all, let me just say that from our perspective on the border, the numbers are not overwhelming. The numbers are actually down. We have occasional surges, and we need to really race to catch up to be able to handle those who are being processed and released at our border from time to time. But we have a pretty good system here in El Paso, and I think in most places along the border.
How is the diocese coping with the number of migrants?
Well, we've established through the years a system of shelters for those who are processed by Border Patrol and released. And that's the vast majority of those we're dealing with, by the way. They're not people who've just climbed the fence or something like that. They're people who turn themselves into Border Patrol and are seeking asylum. So those who make a claim and don't have a record that concerns the Border Patrol are released to our care. Most of them that we deal with are families, fathers, mothers, children.
I know that you're in El Paso right now. The order went into effect at midnight. Have you seen any changes along the border yet, or is it too early to tell?
Yeah, I think it's a little too early to tell, but we will see changes. I'm pretty convinced of that. We'll see a lowering of those who are received. Many people will be turned back without even being able to make an asylum claim, which, by the way, is provided for in international and U.S. law. So we're going to be going against our own laws by turning these people down. We'll also see an increase, I'm afraid, of unaccompanied children, because there is an exception for them. Of course, the other alternative isn't good either, to leave unaccompanied children in a place that's as dangerous as some of these northern Mexico towns with the level of traffickers and so on that you find there. So there's an exception for them, but it also means that families who now don't have an option to come as a family and seek asylum are going to be saying, well, at least we can save our kids. And it means making that sacrifice.
Bishop Seitz, what do you think is the answer here? You know, balancing the safety at our border and other issues we see in the United States and welcoming our neighbors from other countries to seek asylum. What's the answer? How can we balance it all?
Right. What we've been saying for a long time in the church is that it is a complex problem, and there aren't simple solutions. And the solutions especially are not to be found at the border. At the border, you kind of see the symptoms of the problem. But it's like treating a broken leg with aspirin, you know, so we can see a temporary change. But there are going to be a lot of consequences to just stopping people when they arrive here. We need to have effective ways of working with sending countries to help them to provide a more stable environment so that people don't feel forced to leave. And we need to allow more legitimate legal passage through visas and through a healthy asylum process so that people do have options other than trying to skirt around our border laws.
Well, Your Excellency, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We really appreciate it. God bless.
God bless you.